Hello! Welcome back to Jameson. Today we talk about another third-party figure, MetaGate G-01 HAIKU, aka the Transformer movie Age of Extinction Drift. If you are new in Jameson, just make sure you subscribe to this channel and don't forget to ring the bell so you won't miss the coming soon video. This will do a big help for my channels. I will keep continue to create more contents in the futures. And please follow my Instagram too. You will see some new activity about Jameson, and also I will share some news about arriving new toys. On this video, mainly I will do a deep review on this figure, discuss about the overall design and the transformations. As I always say, when I get a figure, I will get most of it. On the next video, I will also share my custom modifications, added the water decal slide, and my custom 3D printed add-on, and the weathering repaint as well. Just make sure you stay tuned. Alright, without further ado, let us begin. Here we have the MetaGate G-01 HAIKU. The box printed with the artwork actually based on the figure paint job, so I believe this is a digital art originally from them. And this figure also been highlight suggested for the age 15 and above. I actually quite like the box printed with the glossy hot stamping. It makes it look more premium. And on the side, it has printed the helicopter mode. And on the other side, it also printed with the vehicle mode. There's something different with the back. It's quite plain, it's nothing going on there. It's just listed some information. Alright, without further ado, let's check it out inside. It's come with very nice protected plastic double clamshell. And we can see the figure in the vehicle mode, wrapped with plastic with his iconic source. And here is the transformation menu with more accessory. Alright, let's open up and check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have HAIKU with all accessories it comes with, including the iconic 2 large and 2 small katana swords, and 2 side mirror with a sticker, and also 2 sets of missiles for the helicopter mode. Let's have a look at the transformation menu. The material actually is quite good, nice and heavy. But all artwork is only printed on one side and the other side is totally plain. In that case, I hope actually they can use the other side to print some artwork. We can use it as a backdrop display. The good thing is, all the transformation steps are based on the original design 3D model, with all active parts highlighted in red color and indicate with the arrow, so it gives a nice and clear directions, transform it step by step. Alright, let's get a closer look on all accessories. The first impression is the sword is a bit too thick, maybe because of the health and safety issue, or another way to say because the sword will need to transform, especially on the helicopter mode. Maybe that's why they need to make sure it's strong enough to hold the wear and tear during the time being. And the good news is, compared with the research image I got, they actually nailed it all detail. Although books look identical, but they do have a different usage and they only can fit on each individual hand. It same happened again with these 2 katana. Although they're small, I wish they had created a function that can be rotated. Based on the research I got, when these 2 katana fit on his back on the board mode, it should have some level or angle rotations instead of just flat. What a shame. And another thing is the missile. I understand the hinge design that you want to attach on the odd mode or the helicopter mode, but I don't understand why you put a big holes on both sides. I think they are saving cost, that's why they only do one mode, and I actually wish they can do a separate mode, one for left and one for right. So on the other side, it looks more neat, just the missile instead of big hole right in the middles. When talk about left and right, luckily the side mirror they do it right. And I really like how it molds. Instead of flat, they actually have some side mirror detail. You can slide the provided sticker into it. After this, we can directly attach to the vehicle mode. It can hold really well, but sometimes it will pop out during the transformations. If you like, you can also glue it permanently on place. It will not affect the transformation at all. Last but not least, let's check out the main figure itself. Here we got Drift in the vehicle mode as the Bugatti Veyron, but I will do the figure review begin with the board mode. Alright, here we have the Drift in the board mode. It gave me a quite impact on the first impressions. Not only a good looking figure, and also in a great proportion just like jump out from the CGI. Due to a lot of die cuts in this figure, it actually heavier than I expected. By comparing with the reference I got on the detail and the proportions, they totally nailed it, especially the face sculpt. they just done amazing job. Not only the detail molded correctly, and also they nailed the impression of drift. Maybe because of the mass produced, only the downside is the helmet paint job is not actually accurate compared with the CGI design. That's why it's come to my second video of the repainting on this head sculpt. Just make sure you stay tuned. And the next downside is the big hole in the middle of the chest. And this 2-hole is actually crucial part for the helicopter transformations. But luckily this figure is based on the dark navy color, that's why it actually don't show obviously. Not only the front part of the figure, even though the back side of the figure, the arm, the legs, they have created all the accurate details. As usual, I compare with the Pi-1 Studio figures, I still can't believe this figure can be transformed. Another thing is, the upper thigh armor is actually spring-loaded. All you need to do is just release the small hinge inside in order to get a further leg articulations. And also the spring-loaded on the side skirts and the left lower arm as well. And unfortunately the copy I got is a bit loose on the right feet, but luckily that's just easy fix by simply apply some glue in the middle of the joint, just like what I did on the Blitzwing video. If you like it, you can check it out later. To apply the small blade at the back is rather easy. There is a pick and the holes there, simply line up correctly and push it in like so. As I mentioned earlier, the katana is only fit on right or left hands, as you can identify it by the hinge on the holder. Fold the thumb inside and line it up and push it in. Easy. Yep, it's happening. Every time you try to hold the katana, the thumb is keep popping out. It's quite annoying. Is it a good thing? Maybe the calculation is just too close and end up like they have not enough space and squeeze the thumb to pop. And the worst part is it happened on the both hands. But luckily, as soon as you got it fit, they can hold it quite well actually. But until you get annoying, you can actually fit the katana at the back as well. But first, you need to rotate this section downward like so to create some space. And there is a hose on the left and right side. You can simply line it up and pick it in. And here you go, you got an option to display as how you prefer. And next, let's check out the articulation. We start from the head sculpt first. The head sculpt based on ball joint, so it can be wiggling around and do 360 rotation no problem. Because there is another hinge joint underneath, you are able to lift it up, tilt down and rock forward and backward. And the arm can be lifted up like so. You can adjust the collar section to get some clearance, so you can lift it up even further. The shoulder based on multiple joint, you can also rock forward like so. And the upper arm got rotation but limited with the armor. The elbow is based on double joint, it can be fully folded. And there is the rotation on the lower arm. Come to the hand, the thumbnail is based on ball joint and a hinge that you can fold it in like so. And other forefinger is molded together with double hinge joint. You can collapse it all together. And there is couple hinge on the wrist. You can fold it in like so or angle up and down. And the waist can be rotated 360, but you just need to be careful. And especially on this section, you might get scratched during the rotations. And the waist also can be bent down extremely far, but after that the backside might look a bit hollow. And the upper thigh is spring-loaded and can do the split like so, and it also comes with the thigh rotation, but it's been limited with the armor. The spring section is definitely helped to get some clearance to lift up the feet, but unfortunately there's not enough, so you might need to angle up sideways and the legs can be completely lifted up. And it also can be tilted back that far. Again, the knees are double jointed, can be folded in all the way. And the feet are also based on double jointed hinge, and you can do a fully side tilting. And the friction routed joint allows you to tilt down, but unfortunately there's no space to tilt up. And the toes can be tilted down like so, or you can adjust to the right positions to ensure it can stand solidly. And the upper shoulder collar part that you can fold it in and out. It depends how you like. There is a rotation joint for the helicopter mode at the back. Alright, let's check out the comparisons. Here I have the UT-02 Optimus Prime. Although I don't have a reference to compare the size, it's the arcade with the movie, but they look good together. And next we have BS-02 Skybreaker, aka the oversized unique toy 03 Megatron. It's great to see them together. That's what we call East meets West. One is the Samurai Warrior design and the other one is the Westernized Warrior design. And next we have the legendary UT-01 Lockdown. And surprisingly, both of the transformation is quite similar. And later you will see why I say so. And moreover, I'd like to share with you guys some of the custom modification I did. I have added the green LED light on him, and the mask can be replaced simply with the magnet store inside. Unfortunately, I didn't take any video on this one, and hopefully in the future, I will do a video and share with you guys how to do it. If you guys are interested, please leave the comment below and let me know. And especially this type of small modifications, I will share on my Instagram and Facebook. Just make sure you go follow and stay tuned. And next, here we got the UTR-05 Desperado. But when you look at that, the head sculpt feel a bit weird because I'm designing some of the 3D upgrade parts, including upgrade the teeth and the chest tail light and also back of the foot as well. Yeah, they're still in processing. Hopefully I will done it soon as possible and make a video and share with you guys. When talk about custom 3D printed part, I also make a 3D printed Bugatti logos for this figure. I will add on that and share you with the next custom repaint video. And next, here we have the Weijiang Black Apple HOUND. If you notice, the first edition shoulder parts always breaking, and I also create some 3D printed replacement part. It is stronger and been tested, works perfectly. If you guys interested, I will leave the download links in the description area. And next we have the BS-01 Dance of the Dead, aka the oversized Dino. But compared with the reference I got, the BS-01 Dino is too small. Alright, let's go for the big picture. Let's bring out all the MPM scale figure and compare together. Although they look good together, but based on the arcade design size, Drift supposed to be smallest one. But now as we see, he actually is the taller one. For someone who actually looking for match MPM scale, in that case, the G-01 HAIKU maybe it's just slightly too big. Alright, as we all know, this figure actually got 3 transformations. And next, let's transform it to a helicopter. First, we lift up the arm like so, rotate in these angles, and then open up the elbow size, lift it up. Now we need to rotate the armor size. Turn it against opposite way like so. This is what we need. And then we fold the elbow all the way and rotate the arm in these angles and open up the back panel, which is the windshield and the small part as well, and collapse them and join them together like so. And we do the same on the other arms. Open up in this angle, release these sections, rotate the armor side on this way, and then fold the elbow all the way in. Open up this part, open up the side parts, get some clearance, and rotate the top sections like so. And next we open up the back panel and the small windshield panel as well. Align correctly and join them together like so. Next we rotate the collar part, align with the backpack sections like so. Alright, this part is crucial. Make sure you rotate the shoulder part downward like so, and using a rotations to angle up like this on the both arms. When you do it correctly, they should be lining up perfectly. The body and the arm is actually present straight lined. There is a peak over here and 2 other peaks on top. This is where you join the arm and the windshield together to create a complete helicopter windshield. Simply just line up correctly and give a good squeeze. They are able to lock it in place. And next we transform the lower portions. Rotate the lower waist like so, and then open up the bottom part. Release and straighten it in the whole sections to create the tail. On this part, you need to push it in and lock it in place. Next, split out the leg like so, and then we need to release these whole sections. Align the feet correctly like so. Rotate the left feet like so, and then there is a peak on the side, so you just simply line it up and push it in to lock it in place. On the right feet, we simply fold it in, angle in this way, simply line up and join them together. And the toes, simply leave it like so. Just make sure you push all the way in to lock it in place. Alright, another crucial part, as we see, all been transformed. Now we have to collapse them together. There's 4 connected parts we have to be aware. there is a 2 peaks on the feet part is connected with the arm, and there's another 2 hinge on the knees part is connected with the chest. First we connect the feet and arm section first. After that, all you need to do is simply place your hand on this way, squeeze it inward and push it to connect the knees part with the chest section joint. When you've done it correctly, it should be locked in place. About the upper 5 part armor, just simply push it and lock it in place. And next we transform the left side katana to be a rotor blade. Open up like so, and join the small katana together on the side like so, and it's complete. And next we work on the right side katana, transform it to be a landing skid. Just split open it, but actually the joint is quite tight, so you might need some tool to help you to separate it. After that we fold it on the hinge joint like so, and there is a hole just right inside the knees joint. Line it up correctly and squeeze it in, and also connect it with the top toes like so. And we do the same on the other side. And next we simply connect the rotor blades in the middle of the backpack. Last but not least, open up these sections and join the missiles, pick it in and rotate in the right angle like so. Now we have Drift helicopter mode complete. All I can say, the helicopter mode is actually a bonus. There is a lot of downside and different review about this helicopter mode. Compared to the research reference I have, as we see, this figure in the helicopter mode is kind of hollow. It's definitely appear a bit of pieces and kind of messy. And to be honest, from the visual eye, based on the proportion and overall views, I don't think it's qualified represent the Drift helicopter mode that we see in the movie. But other than that, they actually did a good job trying to mimic by represent some iconic part from the movie helicopters. And the top views is one of my favorite on this mode, except it looks a bit gappy. I don't see a sign of the boat mode and the vehicle mode when you transform it all correctly, and the helicopter mode is actually quite solid. And the spin router, it actually can be spin. Only thing is because the handle is too long, hopefully they can design and find a way to shorten these sections. Just simply doing that, we can see they actually a big improve. Because of the transformation and the design, I'm kinda happy to see the missile holder can be rotate or angle up to different directions too. Alright, let's move forward to transform this figure to Bugatti Veyron. But before that, I will quick transform from helicopter to a bot mode first. Alright, now we are back to the boat mode. Let's transform to a vehicle mode. First, open up the arms, get some clearance, and start from the feet first. Release the knee sections like so, and then we can start to unfold it. Rotate this panel like so, and now we can start work on the feet. Rotate the feet in this way and goes around underneath until the panel can be flattened straight, and push it and lock it in place. And release these small panels, fold it up like so, open up the side panel as well, and now we can do up the front door glasses. And then rotate to this angle. Rotate and fold the knee sections inward like so. Release the lower sections and rotate and line it up together with the front door glasses. After this, when you look at other way round, and you can see the whole side panel of the vehicle is up here. And next we release the tail panels and rotate it and leave it that way for now. To complete this style of transformation, last but not least, we need to fold the feet in this way. Keep the toes and this section downward like so. And next we do the other side as well. Fold the feet inward like so, release the knee joint, unknot the knee sections, and rotate this part and leave it like so. Angle up the feet in this way and goes around, open up the whole panel until they straighten. Release the knee sections and the lower sections and rotate. And now we can release this section as well. Open up, line it up and flatten it like so. Release these sections, open up and fold it and rotate like so. And now we can release the front door glasses, rotate, line up with the side panel. And the knees panel, we just simply rotate and fold it in. And the feet we just rotate to this angle, let it sit this way for now. After the lower portion transform complete, it will look something like this. And also don't forget the upper thigh armor, you need to angle a bit lower and then push it in, they will lock in place. Next, we need to remove the collar sections. Push the headscarf forward a bit to get some clearance. And now we can unfold the collar sections and open up and leave it this way. And we do the same on the other side. And next, we need to release the back panel sections. Start from the lower hooks, just unhook it and open up the whole sections. And now we can rotate the side panel like so. And next, release the inner backpack, which is the car front hood, and separate with the front sections. And after that, this part is also crucial. You need to unfold it, line up this way and slide up the shoulder section like so to lock it in place. This is the most difficult part for the transformation to vehicle mode. Sometimes it's really stiff. To make it easy, you can rock it while slicing up. It will definitely help. After then, you will see it's collapsed together nice and fit. Now we turn it other sides, work on the headscarf and the chest part as well. We fold the headscarf inward like so and rock the shoulder downward. This is also crucial, make sure you lock it downwards so they have enough space to collapse together to complete the transformations. Both of the lower arm there is a peak need to connect with a specific section on the body part. What's next is, we need to fold these two arms, rub it and collapse together, push it in to lock it in place. First we release the elbow section like so, rotate the shoulder armor in this angle and collapse it back to the positions. And rotate the arm in these directions. And open up this section and rotate it outward like so. There is a peak that I mentioned it will go through to this hole in the middles. We start folding the arm all the way like so. And then flatten the thumb and place it in this way. And now we can fold it in, but you don't need to lock it first, we need to do it together with the other side as well. And next we lock the joint downward like so, and rotate to this angle, and release the elbow sections, and rotate downward all the way. Collapse the elbow joint back to the positions, and then we will angle up and rub it up in this way. After that, you must push it in to lock both arms in place. If you've done it correctly, they should lock it securely together. And next, we unfold, open up these side panels, line it up accordingly, and also the front panel as well. Open up and rotate and line it up on the both sides. After that, we will see the whole top section of the vehicle mode is appear. What we need to do is just line it up and straighten it accordingly. By the way, this whole hook sections and also the back engine section, it makes from very solid die cuts. And now finally, we are prepared to collapse them all together. Fold both of the legs in this angle and using the joint and fold it inward like so. This is the part that I mentioned earlier. The transformation concept is quite close to the UT-01 lockdown. Alright, I almost forgot this section as well. There is a panel you need to rotate on the tips of the car front hood. And next, we are ready to collapse them all together. Simply sort in the section next to the front door glasses. At the back, there is a hinge there, so all we need to do is line it up accordingly and push it in to lock it in place. It might take some time to get the sweet spot, but when you line up correctly, it will all fit perfectly. And now we do the same on the other side. We join the bumper together, and there is two hinges to lock in place inside the back hood. We can't need to squeeze in and push it up and lock these three sections together in place. After that, we can give a good squeeze, make sure all panels are joined together solidly. And now we can angle this panel to the position on the both sides. And next we can work on the front bumper, line up the headlight section accordingly, and now we can collapse the hood together and lock it all in place. When we turn to the back, there was a collar sections. In these two sections, they don't have a heavy hinge or joint. Because the design and the smart calculations, when you transform correctly on the vehicle modes, simply press it down this way. On both sides, these two hinges will perfectly lock in place. This kind of high-level difficult concept not only need a clever design and calculations, it also rely on the final production side as well. This is also one of the ways that I level is this figure price worthy. After the final squeeze and tidy up, Here we have Drift as the Bugatti Veyron vehicle mode, transformation complete. I'm glad this figure actually comes with removable rubber wheels and it rolls really well. Maybe some part of the transformation that are not doing correctly. On the right side back wheel, it seems like not touching the ground. I really like the metallic paint on this vehicle mode. Although there is the plastic and die-cast sections, but all the color looks really even. I loved it. And I especially like the rims they actually painted according to the real vehicles. Compared to the front section, unfortunately the back section looks more gappy. By looking at this, that we can see they actually join up with all different parts and different panels. But luckily, because this vehicle is dark color, if you look at with the distance, all the panel lines are not shown too obviously. I really like the car front sections with the bumper. It actually molded in one clear plastic materials and also painted with the color according to the vehicles. The molded car front light detail is stunning. But unfortunately, there is a big gap on the front bumper. I actually tried to squeeze it. It seems no way to collapse them all together. What a shame. And the good thing is, under the vehicle, all section and panel are stored neat and tidy together. Yes, in the vehicle mode there is a gimmick. On the back of the side mirror there is a hinge there that allows you to slot in the missile. After that, it definitely reminds me of the 007 James Bond movie vehicles. And moreover, there's a back wing you can lift it up to create the sport mode. But the back wing is actually really tight. The best way is when you transform from the robot mode, there is 2 pinch there. Just make sure you push it in first so it will kind of pop out, easy to let you put it out on the vehicle mode. Or not, you will definitely need a tool to help you to put it out. Although the whole process is pain in the butt, but anyway, it looks good. I'm glad they did it. Alright, let's do some commenting on the vehicle mode. And surprisingly, on the board mode, the drift is larger than MPM scale, but in the vehicle mode, it seems perfect fit. We can just simply compare with the wheel size. And let's try on something different. Here I got the die-cast oversized Age of Extinction Bumblebee figure that I done review years ago. And also bring out my UT-02 Optimus Prime and line up together compared to the reference I got, it seems perfect fit. And next we change the angles and bring out the Black Apple HOUND, compare the figure with a different image and size. To be honest, I'm quite excited to put them together for this comparing moment. By looking at it, I think the vehicle size definitely can fit MPM scale, but only the Black Apple HOUND on the vehicle size is definitely too small. Alright, here's the conclusions. The MetaGate G-01 HAIKU, aka the Age of Extinction Drift, on the board mode, they definitely nailed it. It looks stunning, it just looked like the statue level that jumped out from the movie. But just like other Transformer figure, there is a sacrifice. Especially on this character, it can be transformed to the car and also the helicopter. To make it happen as a realistic figure, it sounds impossible. Or I should say the designer of this figure is really bold by designing this to be a 3 different transformation form. Although the final result is not perfect, that is definitely a next level to challenge the future Transformer figure designer. In that case, I'm glad they did it as a motivation for future projects. I believe if you do it consistently, you are just one step forward to achieve the impossible. Alright, here's a wrap. Thanks again for staying until now. As usual, at the end of the video, I will do a quick transformation from vehicle back to board mode. Also, on the next video, I will share with you guys the weathering repaint and the minor modifications on this figure. Make sure you stay tuned. If you have any question, please leave the comments below and let me know. I will get back to you soon as I can. And please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you won't miss the coming soon videos. I'll see you soon.